Baltimore the package. Baltimore the package. Baltimore the package. Me my brothers playing it. Ball slick as pockets. That me on the plane. Life it gets so heavy. You just do you stand with. Can't be overstanding. Understand just how the man is. Baltimore the package.
Yo, Baltimore Podcast, episode number 16. Baltimore
Welcome to
Podcast.
Baltimore Podcast, episode number 16. Let's get it.
Middleclasskyle, a.k.a. Kyle Coleman, a.k.a. Dope Taste, Wolfgang Bushido, with Wild Bill, none other than Dave Manny himself.
Wild Bill, aka Dave Manny, ask your granny. Ask your granny.
Yeah,
Let's get it. Baltimore
Ask your granny.
Podcast. Glad to be here.
yeah, shit, me too, bro. I'm glad to be here too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It took a while to get here, man. I went through the whole week. Went through 2 weeks, no
Facts.
pods. Came back at it, back in the grind, and it's all about getting back in the saddle. We're gonna get knocked off sometimes, but we gotta keep going. I back in that joint,
Facts. Absolutely.
So, I like. What did you want to talk about? My bad. He was about to say.
Nah,
some
it's
shit.
all good. Nah, first thing first, I want to say, you know what I'm saying, I want to give credit where credit was due because, bruh, you know your movies, man. You try to put me onto a movie. I was second guessing you. I was like, I don't know nothing about no movies. What this movie you trying to have me watch? And then I sat and took my time and watched it. Thoroughly entertained. The King, one of the realest movies on Netflix. One of the realest movies on Netflix today. The King, 14th century, King Henry, King of England. Get into it. Conquering land, taking over, uniting kingdoms, making it do what it do, man.
Real shit.
Tune
Like that's a
into it,
commercial right there. That's advertisement right there. That should be the Netflix commercial right there. Like, bro, The King on Netflix. Go check it out. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Like, you're not making no wrong mistakes by doing that.
Too many gems to count on it, man.
You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to be like, should I really watch this? Is it really good? Should I really give this my time? No. You should 100% watch it, and you should 100% give that shit your time because you're going to enjoy it. Trust me. The King on Netflix. Go check it out. Told Dave about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, yo, I downloaded that shit on my iPod, like, last year, bro. Matter of fact, like 2 years ago, I think. And I would watch that shit almost every night, bro. Like, that's how deep I was into that movie. I studied that movie, bro. Like, for real. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so right here is where these niggas try to do this and this nigga. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really getting the inner workings of, the characters' mentals and the decisions that they made, why they made these decisions, understanding them fully. And yeah, I feel like I've, become a king from it. Like a better
what's
king,
crazy
stronger
about
king.
the movie is like I was saying, and like you was telling me earlier, was just like the gems that you could take from it. And the most fire quote, bruh. A king does not have friends, only followers and foes. And when you sit there and you think about it, you're like, dang, it's kind of true. Like when you sitting on your path to when you not even on sitting, when you're on your path to greatness, when you're on your path of, being a better self, you're not gonna really have that many friends. You're gonna have the people that's close to your circle. You're gonna have the ones that mean the most to you, family wise. But honestly, you're gonna have people to lead, and you're gonna have mofos that's gonna be hating on you. I can resonate with that. It's a harsh reality, but it got some truth to it. It's a truth, guys, we gotta take that pill, we gotta swallow it. But at the end of the day, we still gotta be kings. We still gotta conquer. We still gotta be great. And if when you watch this movie, if it doesn't just motivate you to go be great, if it doesn't motivate you to go after what's yours, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. We just might be two different type of people.
all right, so a king doesn't have friends. A king only has follower and foe.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that, I just was like, damn, like I get it. Cause it's like whatever you want friends to be, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is you gonna serve people out here that's gonna reciprocate the serving that you give them? You
Mm,
know, if you show them love, is they gonna show you that love back? You
mm,
know, and reciprocation. And it's like, that's a true follower in a sense. You know, I will be their follower in that sense because I invest my time into them or whatever, you know, my love into them. And they would do the same to me. They would invest the love back into me. So they would be a follower in that sense. But it's like as far as friends, sometimes I think friends could get like complicated, convoluted. You know, people have expectations for friends, and it's like, yeah, nah. Like, look, my only expectation is, you know, when it's time to go to war, make sure you on my side, and you know, when it's time for you to go to war, I'm on your side. That's it. At the end of the day, you know, like it's everything else complication, you know, and it's like you should be doing everything you can to avoid war at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Because war is
agreed.
expensive. War costs money. War costs lives. So it's like, is you doing everything possible to avoid war to begin with? And then, you know, yeah, is you building up your, you know, your local, you know, lieutenants, you know,
Mm,
your local governments, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying?
y-
Are you elevating your people, bro? That's really what
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying.
absolutely.
Are you elevating the people that's in your corner, or are you taking away from them? Are you building them up to empower them? You know, the people that's in your corner, or are you expecting them to do a whole bunch of shit and just taking away, you know, from all the things that they needed to do for themselves? Like, and yeah, it's like, yo, you gotta build up your castle, build up the people that's in your castle, and really, like, yeah, have patience with this shit, love and understanding that, you know, it's a team. You know what I'm saying? You a king, but think about it. As a king in chess, the king, yeah, they the most important piece on the board, but they suck as far as the moves. They can only move one space. Like, you
Horrible
know what
with
I'm
the
saying?
moves.
They can't do shit with the
Horrible with the
moves.
moves.
So it's like you gotta depend on all the other pieces in the kingdom to get that W. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Facts.
how it is in life, bro.
Facts. You gonna need your knight. You gonna need your rook. You gonna need your pawn. The pow pow. You gonna need your rook. You gonna need all the pieces on the board. This is a team game. It's a thinking man's game. I feel you on that. And when you talk about some of the things that you take from it, some of the gems, like you were saying, um, about the king having only followers and foes, not having friends. But also, just watching the movie in its entirety, it made me think like you really gotta pay attention to the company you keep, because in that you see that in the end he got what he wanted. He became the conqueror. He became the one that they call the great King Henry in his conquest. But with that being said, war is expensive. War costs lives. He lost his homies in this. You know what I'm saying? He ended up beheading somebody that was his cousin, his childhood friend, you know what I'm saying, his mans over this. And the people that he thought that he could trust on and lean on that was in his corner made him crash out for no reason. For no reason, he lost his homies behind that. And when you think about it, it's like you gotta watch out who you have surrounded by your side, because they may have you crashing out for no reason, have you doing things that's not making the best decision for yours and your family. You have you doing things that that'll cost you everything that you worked hard for, cost you your dreams, cost you your family's future, cost you your legacy, everything. So in that regard, when you're being the king, when you're on your path of being the king, watch the company you keep. Be peaceful. Take the peaceful route if you know can be, because that's the more respectable route. Of course, go to war if need be when you have to defend you and yours. But there's a lot of things that goes into making decisions, making king decisions.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. Let's
Is a
start.
lot of
Let's
decision.
start.
Is a lot of thought that has to take in place. Is a lot of pressures to being a king. It's heavy to wear that crown on your head.
I'm saying it can be, but that's why at the base level, I think we gotta think smaller, to think larger sometimes. Cause yeah, it can get overwhelming when you think about all the pieces that a king has to put in play
Yeah,
to have a successful kingdom castle. But it's like it starts at the base level. It starts at the foundation. It starts at what you're doing on a consistent basis. To better yourself, and then you're able to serve others. You're able to better others. But it's like I don't know what is you doing, bro. Like I just started on my lunch breaks. I'm writing. Like I'm listening to that playlist, that I know I always talk about, like the Unlocks Mental Health, Mental Tool playlist, and it's just a bunch of positive videos that talk about energy, talk about healthy ways of dealing with emotional issues or, mental blocks or, it's great for the mental. Just trust me. You got to check out this link. I'm going to post a little link right here for it. But yeah, I listen to that and I take notes on it. I write in my notebook, take notes on it, make sure I'm eating something. And, sometimes I get a little workout in. Like, I'll get a workout in on a
absolutely.
lunch break or, I'm writing, I'm taking notes on, healthy ways, healthy tools, healthy ways to think. And, yeah, that's how I'm building my foundation more these days. Also, still going to the gym after work every day. Um, yeah, I'm like increasing my weight every time I go, and me being able to see that, I love that shit because it's like, yo, I'm making progress. I see my progress. You know, I visually see it. Like I get attention from the girls. Sometimes at work, but I really try to ignore that because one of the topics that I'm like practicing that I'm writing about, learning about is just sexual self control. And I realized like how often I haven't had that shit, bro. And
Facts.
I've
Me
let that
neither.
shit run rampant like in my life. And I let lust be the key deciding factor on a lot of decisions, a lot of unhealthy decisions. But it's just learning to recorrect that. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like sexual self control. That's you know just being smarter about it. It's like that video that we watched, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I was watching that video, like I could resonate with it a lot because I agree with some of the points that they were making because I do feel that as young as growing up, like it was a pressure to pull girls. It was a pressure to, either try to make out with the prettiest girl or to hook up with the prettiest girl to, the whole, whatever the case may be, because that was what considered you man, that was considered manhood. And, you know, a lot of us fell victim to that notion, myself included. I remember in school searching for girls, looking like, yeah, I'm trying to get that number. I'm trying to get her to the crib. Mom's going to work late. Yeah, I'm about to sneak her in the crib. I'm about to have her in the room. I'm about to do some things. I'm trying to do whatever. Man, when I think about it now, it's just like I should have relaxed. I should have chilled because when you indulge in those things, you expose yourself to some stuff you really not ready for when you get into it. But
I'm saying like, what do you think that did to you wrong? Like, you know, like what do you think was wrong from that now? Like, cause I feel like at the time it's hard to judge us. I can't judge us because that's the education that we had. That's what they taught us. It was like, you know, the more girls that you have, the more of a man you is. The more women you can sleep with, the more tougher man you is. You know what I'm saying? A better man you is. You a PIMP. You know, that's what it was cool to be. And it was like that
facts.
was the aspiration for like a kid in the 2000s, you know, early 2000s.
You ain't never lied.
So yeah,
When
it's like how looking back on it now, do you feel like it's like what parts of that is wrong, like, or why are they wrong, like, you know?
Um, not that I'm saying it's wrong because again, as a mature, growing young boy, you're going to, start developing these. You're going to start developing these feelings. You're going to start developing these reactions towards women. You're going to start having these lustful thoughts. You're going to have desires towards women. I understand it, but when I think about it in hindsight, I think about okay, the energy and the time that I was invested in trying to impress women, I could have been put in that time and investment in my studies. I could have been, put in that time and investment and doing things that were beneficial, but I didn't. I, to keep it a buck with you, I bullshitted a lot. I bullshitted a lot in life, and now I'm at a point of playing catch up. I'm at a point of playing catch up. Some of it I do say,
Like look, you playing catch up, and what regard do you mean that you playing catch up? Because you gotta remember this: God don't make no mistakes. No mistakes
absolutely.
have made. Everything you went through is a lesson, learning experience. You know, so it's like, what, what do you feel like you're playing? Where do you feel like you're supposed to be at that you haven't, you know, accomplished? And then it's like maybe that's what you should just accomplish next instead of having a perspective like, oh, I'm behind. It's like maybe, you know, these things that I feel like I'm behind on is what I should make my priority. And if you already making them your priority, then you right on schedule, you know? Like,
That's no, I agree with that. I agree with that. I do agree with that. In a sense of, yeah, you can be behind, but if you are actually making those steps, then you're not really behind. You're just, you just gotta keep on progressing to get where you need to be. And if you are not just taking those steps, then you just gotta take those steps. I get that.
it's like you gotta recognize that you're taking those steps if you are, you know, if you're like what I talked about, you know, what I was doing, you know, to build foundation throughout the week. Like, what's some things like, you know, you've been doing to build foundation throughout the week?
Well, for me, one thing that I've been trying to practice is when I wake up first thing in the morning is not to grab the phone first thing and start scrolling or doing whatever I do. I want to wake up to at least 10, 15, 20 minutes of quiet time and absolute silence. Yeah, whether if it's I'm in prayer, whether it's reading a Bible verse or two, or just sitting in quietness, just sitting in thought. I just want to practice not making a habit of waking up trying to grab the phone and seeing what's going on in my phone first thing in the morning. I'm trying to actually
I remember you said that last time. You talked on that last time a little bit. You was like, you know, in the morning you're not touching your phone
yeah,
for you said 20 minutes
yeah,
now?
yeah.
So you're not touching your phone for 20 minutes in the morning before you wake up. And then after that 20 minutes is up, what do you do? Touch your phone?
After that 20 minutes, I'll listen to music. I'll get, ready to go to the gym, shower.
So like you've been doing this consistently for the past 2 weeks?
I wouldn't lie to you and say consistently, but like 3 or 4 days, yeah. I make it, a habit to, prioritize waking up first thing in the morning, whether it's 4:30 or 5:30, taking those 15, 20
What
minutes.
do you like? What do you do? Like, do you feel any benefit from that? From doing that? Because I feel like I asked you last time, and I feel like you kind of talked yourself into saying like, yeah, it's a benefit, but I don't think you really saw the benefit at first. I think it might have been too early to recognize it, but like 3 weeks in, do you like? Is it any more of a noticeable benefit you would say? Or no, about the same thing. Like you really, like you really can't tell no difference.
Oh
Right?
no, I can't tell the difference. I had to actually really think about it. But one thing that I do notice is that my thoughts are just a lot clearer. It's like my thoughts is not, filled with things that I was listening to, whether if it's music or whether if it's, stuff that I was listening to on social media, scrolling and stuff like that. My thoughts are a lot clearer, so I can formulate a plan. I can formulate a plan what of what my day is going to look like at a better rate. Um, and also, it me just not getting on the phone is just it just gives me a boost to push me to okay, now that I got 15 or 20 minutes of productivity, even though it was, sitting in silence, I can push myself to be more productive, which may require me not to use my phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I can
All right. So what else you doing? You doing the phone?
I can, if I'm not working out at the gym, I'm working out at home, doing 100 squats, doing 100 calf raises, doing the push-ups, shower, and then
I mean, push ups. You doing?
I try to do 100, 20 a clip, five, 5 sets, 5 sets of 20.
Nice,
That'll get the job done.
nice.
But that's only when, I don't go to the gym due to my lack of
I'm going to the gym,
preparation.
man. Every day, every fucking day. I'm going tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I know I've been drinking it. Fuck. I feel like the fact that I've been drinking might throw me off, bro. It might throw me off.
Hey, look, man.
Don't know.
You only took a little bit of it.
Yeah,
You
I,
only
I
took a
ain't
little
drink
bit
that
of
much,
it.
bro.
This
I ain't
you
drink that much.
if you only took maybe a shot more of this and you like, you know what, I'm good for the evening, and you woke up, you can definitely get a workout in, for sure. And if anything, I get a workout in with you. I got my alarm set at 6 a.m. to get the mind, body, and soul right on a Saturday morning.
Bluffing, bro. Don't be bluffing, bro.
I'm serious. 6 a.m.
Serious? You serious for real?
I'm about to show you, bro.
6 a.m. workout.
The clock. I'm getting up
I'll make sure.
tomorrow morning. You see what it says? Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, you got work tomorrow. Dang, that shit crazy.
You see?
That ain't no joke.
Yeah, I got work in the morning, but guess what? When you are trying to, when you're trying to strive for greatness, when you're trying to be something better than what you are, this means nothing to you. Having, to sacrifice a little sleep means nothing to you. Doing a little more work than you may have to do means nothing to you. This
For
is just
real.
light work.
Sleep. Fuck sleep. Fuck sleep.
This is another day in the
I hate when
office.
I be getting too much sleep. I be getting too much sleep sometimes. I swear to God, like, but I be needing it some days. Some days you need it, like,
You do.
and it's like after you get it though, go crazy at the gym. Like, to understand that you slept well the night before if you slept well the night before. So go even crazier at the gym. Like it's
No, you're
like you
right, bro.
have
Because
to.
it's like, look, because it's like you said, when
Cause
you get the good night's
it's
sleep,
like your subconscious is going to know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because you know it's like you know you're getting a good night's sleep. But if you like was like, all right, I'm gonna actually get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but you get in that 6 to 8 hours of sleep may result in you not going to the gym that day, even though you gonna feel good about getting the sleep because you got the energy to do the other things that are productive throughout your day, is going to leave a sour taste in your mouth that you didn't go to the gym. And it's like, damn, I could have made it to the gym. It's like when you start doing the other things that's productive. I feel you.
Yeah, man. Look, you gotta go to the gym, man. Gotta go, and if you don't go, you gotta just get the push-ups and get the squats, and you'll be alright. Like, but yeah, it's I forgot what I was saying, but I was saying something before.
Yeah, nah, you was talking about how you was drinking, you was going not bluff, even though you was drinking, and I'm gonna take this shot too because I ain't going bluff because
Go
guess what?
ahead, man. You might
Because
as well.
guess what? 100 squats and 100 calf raises is calling my name.
I
The
tell you.
grown man way, the DMV way, the Dave Manny way, the ask your granny way. I gets it done with the squats and the calf raises and the rows and the presses and the shoulder ups and the shoulder downs and them shoulder rounds and rounds. I'm trying to tell you, see me.
What the fuck?
Oh man, there's a
Shit.
nigga who be like, nigga,
Bro, like I'm telling you, the workout is it's the workout, bro.
I'm trying
It's
to
the workout, bro. That's that workout talking. It's not the Milagro. It's not the Milagro.
you
It's
have
the
bro. This is the
workout.
workout.
Yeah, I'm hip, bro.
Yeah,
Like yo, that's why I'm trying to put them on. I be
yo,
making the
man.
clips. I be like,
Yeah.
when I don't work out, bro. At the end of the day, it's like whoever you is, however old you is, man to female, black, white, red, orange, baby, old motherfucker. Look,
Mhm.
you need to work out. It's just gonna benefit you. Trust me.
And stop watching TV. You gotta stop watching TV. TV is a distraction. TV is a distraction. Netflix, distraction. Hulu, distraction. Prime, distraction. They're lovely distractions, nonetheless, distraction. Super Bowl, distraction. NBA Finals, distraction. World Cup, distraction. Any more distractions?
I was saying they is distractions, bro. But look, like it's okay to be distracted. It's like filter with how you getting the content. I'm not saying don't watch no content. I'm saying filter in the content that you get. Watch some healthy content. You know what I'm saying? After you watch some healthy content, you know what I'm saying? Your brain actually don't even want to watch like dumb shit after a while. I'm gonna give you the hack. The hack for real. This is what I do.
Tell them the hack, bro. Tell
The
them.
hack to not watching dumb shit on YouTube. It's the only watch shit on YouTube. One, don't watch it on TikTok. TikTok is just too damn addictive. Fuck TikTok. Delete that shit.
Delete it.
Don't have it on
Delete
your
it
phone.
immediately,
All right, so
expeditiously.
only watch shit on YouTube. While you're watching shit on YouTube, whatever you want to watch that's dumb, just click watch later. Put it in a watch later playlist. And then keep scrolling and find something that's actually beneficial for you. And you will. And after you find something that's beneficial for you, watch that. You know what I'm saying? Something that's not bullshit for your brain. And you know what the fuck be bullshit for your brain.
Mm-hmm. You know.
You know what the fuck be bullshit for your brain. Like, bro, it's a lot of bullshit out here. It's a lot of bullshit.
But the bullshit that is out here is what the people love. It is crazy.
They do love the
Like
bullshit.
like speaking of bullshit, and this is how I know if you really put your mind to it, you can make it in this life doing whatever. I was scrolling on YouTube, and this was like maybe a year or so ago, and one of the YouTube videos that came up was how to properly wipe yourself when you taking the dookie, and the damn video had like 2 million, 3 million views, just talking about what's the proper way to wipe yourself when taking a damn dookie. And if Negro niggas is out here making 2 or 3 million views off talking about wiping themselves taking the dookie, how come you can't do it?
Man, fuck all that shit.
How come you can't do
Fuck taking doogies. You wipe your ass however the fuck you need to wipe your ass, all right? Make sure you hop in the shower and do shit, all right? Because your shit
Facts.
probably still going to stink.
Facts.
But you know that already. I don't have to tell you that. You know this, Baltimore. You know this. Like, I'm talking to you.
Now, I mean, I would hope
You
they know.
you know how to wipe your ass. See, and this is what I'm talking about. You need to filter in the content that you watching. Because it's like, if that's coming up on your feed, it's like, oh, this nigga likes dumb shit. Let's throw this shit in there. And it be doing the same shit for me. It be throwing dumbass shit in my shit sometimes too, little curveballs. Like, bro, it be shit in there. But my shit getting better. My shit getting better. I ain't gonna lie. My algorithm is pretty fire right now. Like,
Nah, I'm with you on that. I've been actually self-conscious on my algorithm as well, and making sure when I see something that is not beneficial for the mental, like, nah, let me go ahead and X out of that. I don't need to even be putting my eyes on that. You know what I'm saying? So I can be
yeah.
having my thoughts, save
see,
that. Yeah, nah,
and
I'm
see,
with you.
look. When it's like that's what they was talking about on the 5 ways. Remember they was talking about the 5 ways that they avoid sexual content, or you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, erotic content, because it's like, bro, it's everywhere. And like as a man, like it's easy to get pulled into it because it's here, it's there, it's literally on her profile picture. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. And it's like, yo, you gotta be smarter. You know what I'm saying? Just know that that shit is there to, it's a trap to set you up, to distract you from what you supposed to be doing, from focusing on your goals. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Do what you need to do. Like, you will get a wife. Find a wife one day when it's time. She gonna find you. Don't worry. But it's like, until then, focus on your goals, bro. Focus on your goals. Like, I know it's easy to go on alligator escort. I know. I know it's easy. I haven't been on there. Well, I have, but like I've been on there, okay? I've been on there. I lied. I was on there. But the only reason why I was on there because I was looking for girls to interview. That's the only reason why I was on there. And like really interview them. Like, you know? Like I wasn't trying to fuck nothing. Like I have standards.
We gotta have standards. Gotta have
I'm not
standards.
paying for like, look, I'll give you the night off. I'd rather just pay you and talk to you. I'm really like that's what I'm on now. I think that's what I'm on, David. Like I'm on the, like I might just pay a girl $50.
$50 just to talk to her, just to console with her. But I want to know. Then I want to know this, and the people who are watching this, feel free to comment this because this is a genuine question of mine. So my thing is, if there's a guy who's willing to pay a girl $50 to $100, to
I said 50. I ain't
no,
say
I'm
a
not saying.
hundred, bro. I said $50, bro.
Oh,
I did
okay,
not say 100.
okay, no 100, no 50 to 100. So so if a guy is willing to pay
And I
50,
said 54 specifically the interview you sit down, you know what I'm saying? Like you understand that all of that content, I'ma clip it up and it's
mm,
mine though. You know what I'm saying? But you here for the interview, you know what I'm saying? Like that's your benefit of it. And I'm gonna paint you in a good light, and it's gonna be a good little look for you. But I'm paying 50 for that. Just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas, I don't want, like that's it. That's it. I don't need, the vagina. I don't. I don't want that. Like, I don't want to pay for your vagina
Me
that other
neither.
niggas have paid for it.
Me neither.
I don't.
I don't see why people think it's cool to pay for a vagina anyway. I
Like,
don't,
I just don't want to pay for it in that respect. Like, I'd rather you have the night off with this 50. You know what I'm saying? And you could have some Milagro. You could have some Milagro.
hey, that sounds like a plan to me. But because I'm with you, I ain't trying to pay. And when I think about like the celebrities and the rappers who pay for it, and they've said the egregious amount of money that they paid for just for a night with that woman, man, that is crazy.
Do you feel like
It's crazy.
$50 is respectful for an interview?
$50 for an interview.
And you paying 25.
50 to 20, and I pay 25.
Yeah. 25, 25. She gonna go right here. She gonna have her own mic. It's gonna be, yep. It's gonna be this mic. It's gonna be another mic. It's gonna be 3 mics.
I think 100 would be more respectable. 50-50.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro?
I am saying.
What the fuck? Whose team are you on, bro?
Oh,
What the fuck is this, bro?
wait.
What the fuck is this, bro?
It might be the log.
What the
It
fuck?
might be the log. He said, "What the heck is going
Like,
on?"
Like
You
you
sup-
was not booking this shit every week, bro. Like,
But-
yo.
But if it comes up to you, I'll put in for it. But if it's 50, cool.
If it's 50, then pay 75. I mean, if it's 100, pay 75.
That's fine.
Oh my god, bro.
But if it's 50, it's cool. I'm just
All
saying.
right, that's fair. All right, look, he said $100. $100 for the interview. You heard it here first. Baltimore podcast. $100 for the interview of the next female on this podcast. So if you are a female and you want to be interviewed on Baltimore podcast, hit up the DMs. Get this $100. I'm giving 25. Dave, you giving what?
25. It's like, nah. It's like, nah. I'll cover it. Just know.
All right, so you paying 75. All right. I make sure you got $100. I'm gonna make sure you got $100 because he said that. He a man of his word. I'm a man of my word. $100 for the interview. Next female up here.
But the
Baltimore
the
podcast.
next female who come here, you gotta be interesting. You can't be no lame-o. You gotta be interesting. You gotta have an interesting story.
Gotta be interesting. Can't have no lame-o. Gotta be interesting.
No lame-o in your DNA.
No lame-o in your DNA.
Mm-mm.
Yo, Baltimore podcast. Come on the show. Let us interview you. Okay.
Let me take this. Let me take this shot.
Take
bro.
that shot, bro. Take that shot. Hold up. Let's take a shot together, bro.
Take this shot to great things.
Oh.
To continuing the reign.
Episode 16, bitch.
To continue the reign of Baltimore podcast.
Drop me,
like
shout
with
out, drop me
King
bad
Henry.
ass.
Like King Henry.
Oh yeah, like King Henry. We like the king in this bitch.
Like
You
King
already
Henry of
know.
England.
King Henry of England.
14th century, I know they wasn't taking shots of this. I know they wasn't taking shots of this. Whew.
Man. Yeah, they wasn't taking shots for this. They was taking shots of some nasty shit.
They was probably off.
They had
They was
some
probably off
mead.
that whiskey.
That's what it looked like, but they had that mead. They had that. They was drinking ale and shit.
Oh,
Them niggas was drinking hops. Them niggas, that shit was nasty, boy. That shit, we be in this bitch. We need like 4 hops. 4 hops to get what that shit is.
But we probably be turned if we was, drinking in the 14th century with them famous.
Yeah,
We probably be in that joint lit.
hell yeah, bro. I was reading some shit, man. I was reading some shit and it was talking about like just rejection, right?
Right.
And our like our view on rejection,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much the man that doesn't fear rejection is the most free man. Like,
I agree.
why do you agree?
Because the man who fears rejection, the man who doesn't fear rejection, he is, you know, free from the fear of trying to pursue something because he doesn't have that doubt in his mind. He doesn't have that,
Free from failure, like the fear of failure.
yeah, that too.
Yeah,
That
like
part.
if he is trying to pursue something, it's like, yeah, failure is a part of it. So yeah, if like you don't fear rejection, it's like, bro, that's a part of it. You still gonna get to your goal, and every time you do fail, it's just a learning experience. It's nothing that's wrong. It's you actually taking chances. It's you taking steps. And that's the difference between you and the majority of the people that judge us, criticize us. They don't even take steps, bro. They don't take steps to do the things that they've always wanted to do for their life,
Mm-hmm.
to reach their dreams or even chase their dreams. A lot of people don't. So it's like they become envious of people that actually do these things instead of being supportive. And it's like we gotta remember to always be supportive of, our smart minds that we see chasing their dreams. Like regardless of where they at in that journey, it might not be, fully at the pinnacle of where it's gonna be, but it's getting there. And it's like you see the progress, I see the progress. I respect progress, bro. I do. I respect progress, and I pay attention to progress.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, but like, I don't know. What ways do you feel like you feared rejection in your life, and it stops you from just progressing in ways that you wanted to progress?
I wouldn't say to fear of rejection, to be honest, but what I will say is um, more fear of the unknown, more of I rather, have as much, information or as much knowledge as possible on a certain subject, on a certain thing before I go pursue it. Instead of just, what, I'm going to pursue it now and I'm going to just learn it along the way and apply what I learned along the way with it. And sometimes just the fear of the unknown, kind of holds me, but prolongs me in terms of doing certain things when I just know I need to just do it now. Just do it now, especially when it comes to long tasks that are you know has to make me sit down, has to make me, what I'm saying, pay attention, lock in, focus, and things that's going to get me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, that's what it be, man. It's like, yo, your comfort zone. It's like, yo, niggas be comfortable. Niggas like to be comfortable. Niggas will,
I do too.
fail just because they comfortable with failing and understand that what they know what will happen if they fail. But it's like it's scary if you succeed sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a part of it that we gotta push past. We can't be afraid to succeed because that's the only other thing that could happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the only other thing if you keep, you know, trying, pursuing. And it's like, yo, with this time that we have, we take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, niggas could die tomorrow. Like,
Fact.
you really have to be aware of that, truly understand that, know that. Like, we get so comfortable thinking tomorrow's promise is not. Like, bro, make sure you are living today like it's your last in the most respectable way possible. Like, for real.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was working today and I was just, doing a little reflecting when I had some time off, and I made this little tweet on Threads, and what I said was I need to be more appreciative for what I have and the people around me. I need to be more appreciative of the journey and how far I've come from where I was, and when I think about that right there, it's like, okay, you know, yeah, when I get into that mindset of, damn, I see this person, I see that person, and the third, they're here at this age, and they're at this part of their life, and that's where I'm trying to be. And the fact that I'm not where they at, I be feeling down. It's like, damn, I be feeling like, you know, damn, I really did bull jive, so I really did procrastinate. But like you said, this is exactly where I need to be. God doesn't make mistakes. He has me here for a reason. He has me learning these lessons for a reason. He has me, at the place where I'm at for a reason, surrounded with the people that I'm surrounded with for a reason. So now I have to, appreciate the things that I do have. I have to appreciate the small wins that I do achieve every day, waking up out the bed, because some people don't make it to see it. Like you said, some
That's
people
real.
won't make it to see
That's real. Some
tomorrow.
people don't, bro. And yeah, it is being appreciative of the people that's around you, being appreciative of, your situation and your progress, being aware of it. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for showing appreciation through text. I remember that was the last text you sent me, bro. You was like, yeah, I watched episode, I think it was 14, and you was like, oh, you did your thing on that. And like, bro, I appreciate that. Cause it's like, I don't know, it just showed me that I don't know, motherfuckers care in my circle, and that really be like the most best feeling that you could really get sometimes. Like, it's crazy. We go through these ups and downs in life. We around people on a consistent basis that see us and don't appreciate us, and we see that in them, but we still are forced to be around these people for whatever reasons, whether it be work or family.
Yeah,
And it's just like, at least having somebody that you believe in also lets you know that they believe in you, bro, that goes a long way. And it's like, more people need that. They need to know that, that they're important and that what they're doing matters. And it's recognized, It's not, it's not being expressed enough sometimes, I think, by people's circle, by the people that's around them. And it's like, make sure you paying attention. Give people their props sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, and it's not easy. It's not easy because it's like when you're not all the way right with yourself, it's like, how can I, give somebody else, love, or how can I, pour into somebody else? And it's like, you gotta understand, every single day we building that shit up. Like, it's not something that we are scarce on. We're like, we got an abundant mindset with this love. It's not like we running out of love. We not running out of love, yo. When you rebuilding every day, your foundation every day, you able to give that love every day, to the
yeah,
people that actually matter, bro.
yeah,
And it's like, sometimes I realize as I'm traveling, everybody ain't deserving of it, bro. Everybody,
nah, it's
like
not even
everybody
that.
not like they deserving of respect, but just to the extent that, what, I showed you love, you ain't show me love back. Really, I'm not feeling empowered from this relationship. I'm not gonna feel indebted to you to, show you love, because I sometimes, bro, if it's not being reciprocated, you don't want to give it, and I get that as well. So I think the point that I'm just trying to make is, make sure you showing love to the right people, to the right people. Sometimes the right people is not who we think it is, but if you getting that love reciprocated, then you know that love is being given to the right person.
Also, I just think, we live in a world where people don't really want to give credit where credit is due. People really don't want to, tell you that they proud of you. They don't want to tell you, they see you doing your big one. They don't want to give you your recognition saying you're doing your thing, keep going. Um,
You know what, bro?
people don't be wanting to see you win.
You know what, bro? And like, maybe this is fucked up, but I feel like I receive that more from like the men in my life, and I don't receive it as much from the women in my life as much as I want to. And like maybe that's something that I need to. I don't know. I don't know. That's something that I need more. I need more positive female encouragement in my life. I do. And like that's something that the videos, like I ain't gonna lie, listening to those women just say positive things, understanding that they in the same positive mental space as I am, like, bro, that shit it's amazing to just hear. It does benefits for my brain, bro. It does. Like and yeah, that's another benefit of the videos. You know what I'm saying? The mental tool videos. Check out that playlist.
Yeah, I think
It's
for
fire. It's
I
fire.
think for me, I do understand with getting the recognition and have you know that feeling of being validated by someone that you cherish, especially a woman. But
Yeah, bro. Especially a woman. Like, don't it hit harder a little bit more? It hit home more when it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? It make you feel like not to
yeah,
say
no,
it's
it do.
nothing wrong with your bros. Banging you up. Thank you. Like bro. Like yeah, I love that. Thank you. But it's like when it's from a woman, it's like okay, I'm really that nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like bro, it really it do
Yeah,
so much more
but
for.
I do think true,
And
true king. I do think true king
maybe
comes.
that's a light into we need to uplift these women more. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah,
it's like if that's what I need more positive female reinforcement. I recognize that. Then what I need to give is positive female reinforcement to them, so I can have that reciprocated back to me. And
I
yeah,
do think
this is how I've been
I do think
acting.
in a sense that as men, I think true kingdom comes when you can,
What
you
is
know,
true kingdom?
well, true self for man, when you can get to a place when you can, pat yourself on the back, motivate yourself, even when everyone may not be in your corner, or when folks that you may think you know may want the best intentions for you, but later down the line you realize that they was just using you for what you have, or whatever the case may be, and they really wasn't in your corner the way you was. And when you in those type of situations, when you can muster up the strength to be like, when the world is against me, but and when the world wants me to fall, but I say, you know what, I'm going to push myself through. I'm gonna put myself together, and I'm going to will myself, because I know I'm great. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to validate myself, because I know what I'm doing is good. I know what I'm doing is
You
great.
right. You
I
right.
know the journey that I'm taking is great.
It's about us, bro. It is about us. But what I'm realizing as I'm building this foundation is like you have an abundance of love
Yeah,
when you're building that foundation. And it's like you have to output that love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I'll put that love to my bros, that I know is building my business, the kingdom, the things I believe in. But I also output that love to my family, which is important as well. That's crucial. Like to output that love to your family as well, that you around consistently, because they need that. And also putting that love to women that you see around you, that you interact with on a routine basis. Because at least for me, I benefit a lot from positive female reinforcement. And I feel like I benefit more from positive reinforcement than male reinforcement, if I'm being honest with you. Like, and yeah, like
mm,
I think that's a testament to fearlessly we have to uplift these females, uplift them in the light of, knowing that we are true kings and we can show them love. We can show that love without, you know, expecting anything back, but knowing that it will come back to us when it's meant to. You know, it will be reciprocated back when it's meant to. Like just something small, like my boss, bro. Every morning I see my boss. Like I give her a hug every morning, and like that hug, bro. That's literally I realized that's the only physical contact I have every single day. Like for real. Like you know what I'm saying? I give a handshake from time to time, but like that's the most physical contact I get every single day. And it's like that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? That a hug from my boss. Like and it's like a hug, bro. Do you know the power of a hug sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, hugs is powerful. I talk about the smiles. The smiles is powerful. The smiles is free. Get the smiles out. That's what we got to work on. Giving smiles out. Let's start with smiles. You know what I'm saying? I talk about giving them the love. All right, let's give them the love with smiles. That's how we give them the love. Like, give them a smile. Give them a smile. Yo, they love the smiles. They love the smiles, and it's like I gotta constantly remember that, bro. Because yeah, I'm a mugging ass nigga. I be mugging sometimes. I do. I be mugging sometimes, especially when everybody else mugging around me. You gonna feel inclined to mug sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like the smiles, bro. Give these women these smiles, and as we building our foundation, that's the next step we gonna take. Our gift to the world is giving these females these smiles, beautiful, ugly, old, young.
He's so.
I'm giving you smiles, baby. These
He
smiles.
said these smiles is
These
ready to eat
smiles
for
is for
everybody.
you.
Ready to
All
eat.
of these smiles is for you. Thank you. Cause look, I need your positive reinforcement. And if you benefit from this smile, I could benefit from whatever you have to offer. That's positive.
You know, when I'm thinking about it right now, you know what I think is like a interaction that is somewhat underrated, but I feel like is really genuine. You know, reaction is when like you walking past a stranger and you're saying when you just say, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they be like, "Hey, what's going on? How are you?" Even though you have no idea who that person is, it's like okay, the fact that you took the time out to greet that person even though you have no idea is
You
is
right.
a good
Like
thing.
you right.
And I think we should start doing that more, just start being what I'm saying, greeting people, what I'm saying.
All right, so you saying smiles for the ladies and for the fellas? We saying how
Just,
you doing?
what I'm saying, what's going on, boss man, how you feeling today?
how you feeling
How
today?
you feeling today,
How you
boss?
feeling?
Yeah.
How is you feeling?
What I'm saying, have a great day today, champ, be blessed. And
Be
then
blessed.
and what I'm saying, smiles for
Have
the
a great
ladies.
day.
What I'm saying, winks and smiles for the mamacitas.
You
And
know
for
what
the
I'm saying?
fellas,
Yeah.
what's going on, boss man? How your day been? Oh, you great? All right, keep it pushing, man. Be great. Be
Be
great
great.
today.
Be great.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
yes.
it's that simple. We got to start empowering each other because the moment we realize we need each other in this game called life more than we realize we do, man, we can do great things in this life, man.
That's real.
We what I'm saying, we could do real great things, but we all need each other. We all contribute some way in this game of life. We just gotta figure out our gifts and our talents. We gotta figure out what the good Lord and blessed us with, and then from there, once we figure it out, how we can use these gifts to make a difference in our communities, make an impact in this world, leave this world a better place than what we came up with when we first started.
Real
Out the
shit.
womb,
On God.
out mama.
On everything I love, man. Yeah, we just gave y'all some tools, man. We gonna practice them ourselves and we gonna bring them
Absolutely.
back to you. We gonna let them know how we benefited from that. $100 interview for the next female. $100 interview. That's still on the table.
Mm-hmm.
For the next female that's willing to be interviewed on Baltimore podcast.
But you gotta be interesting. No lame-o. No lame-o in your body. No
Interesting.
lame-o.
No lame-o. Yeah. Yo, and that's like a wrap for real. Like we just did our thing, bro. This the process, you know. We in a grind mode. We back at it next week,
Yes.
booking this shit. You know, like I'm Kobe. Like I'm back in the gym. Tomorrow on Saturday after drinking,
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't
It's
know.
okay, man.
I
If
don't know.
hey,
I'm
hey look,
doubting myself.
hey
Fuck
look,
that.
I ain't bluffing.
Fuck that. I'm in the gym.
If you do it, I'm with it too. I'm waking
I'm in
up
the
at 6.
gym.
I'm gonna get a workout in. Hey, Baltimore
Yeah.
podcast. Hey,
Fuck it.
before we go, one gym for you. Slow progression is better than no progression. Wake up, be great. Dave Manny way.
Dave Manny way, Middle Class Kyle, Dave Manny, Wild Bill himself,
Yes, sirski.
Dope Taste, Wolfgang Bushido, Baltimore Podcast. We are out of here. Episode 16.
Episode 16.
That was dope, bro. I'm leaving this here. I was thinking about
Oh shoot.